Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, hi, this is Pinky and welcome to this bookish corner of the internet. July has been an incredible reading month. I managed to read 12 books and dive into 3 fantastic short stories. I can't wait to tell you all about them, so let's jump right in. Instead of just a chronological list, I thought it would be fun to dive into my July reads by genre this time around. That way, if you're looking for something specific, you can easily find your next read. So let's start with the children's classic, The Railway Children by E. Nesbit. This is about 3 lovely children, Roberta, Peter and Phyllis. They start out living a fancy life in London, but then their dad mysteriously disappears. Suddenly, their mom has to move them to a much smaller house in the countryside. And this new house is right next to a railway line. This is where their amazing adventures truly begin. What I love most about The Railway Children is how these kids, even though things are tough, are super brave and curious. They don't just sit around feeling sad. Instead, they find excitement and wonder in their new home. The railway isn't just tracks and trains. It becomes like a magical friend. It connects them to the world, brings them new experiences, and helps them do some truly kind and heroic things. The story shows us how important hope, helping others, and simple friendships are. It reminds us that even small acts of kindness can make a huge difference in the world. Nesbit writes it all so beautifully, making you feel like you are right there with the children, experiencing every moment with them. Even though it's an old book, the feelings and the kid spirit feel really real and easy to understand today. It's written with such warmth and a bit of humor, and it just makes you feel good. I gave it a 4 stars, and if you're looking for a heartwarming story about family, adventure, and the power of being kind, you absolutely have to read it. Now let's talk about the 4 middle grade graphic novels I read. I read the first 2 books in the Amulet series and loved them both. The first book is The Stone Keeper. In this book, we meet Emily and Naveen, who moved to a mysterious old house after a family tragedy. When their mom is snatched by a monster, they follow her into a hidden fantastical world, and Emily quickly finds a powerful amulet, and their epic quest to save their mom begins. The art in this book is absolutely breathtaking, pulling you right into the adventure. I gave it 4.5 stars. Then I picked up the next book in the series, The Stone Keeper's Curse. Emily and Naveen dive deeper into the world of Elidia, facing new dangers and uncovering more about Emily's amulet. You will meet incredible new characters and see the siblings grow stronger as they navigate challenging choices. The stakes get higher and the action is fantastic. I gave it 5 stars. Now, I already talked about the other 2 graphic novels I read in my mid-month wrap-up video, so I'll keep it short here. Swim Team by Johnny Christmas is about a black girl joining a swim team and confronting racial stereotypes. It beautifully blends sports, history, and self-confidence with heartfelt storytelling and expressive art. I gave it 4 stars. Next, The Tryout by Christina Suntonvat is about friendship, cultural identity, and middle school pressures. It's funny, honest, and captures what it feels like to stand out while trying to fit in. I gave it 5 stars. If you want to check out the detailed reviews, I'll post the link of the video in the description box. The thriller I read this month is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. This book introduces us to Chloe Davis, a psychologist in Louisiana. On the surface, Chloe has built a successful life. She's got a great fiancé, a thriving career, and she's trying to leave her traumatic past behind. But Chloe's past isn't just dark, it's a living nightmare. When she was 12, her father confessed to murdering 6 teenage girls in the small town. This horrifying event shaped her entire life, and she's been trying to outrun this shadow ever since. The story really kicks off when 20 years later another teenage girl goes missing in her town, and then another. Suddenly the nightmare Chloe thought she had escaped starts to creep back into her present. The parallels are chilling and old wounds are ripped open. Is there a copycat, or is something far more sinister at play that hits much closer to home? You are constantly questioning everything and everyone, especially Chloe's own memories and perceptions. Chloe is a fantastic, if sometimes unreliable narrator, which just adds to the thrilling confusion. You feel her paranoia, her desperation, and her fear of her own mind. It's smart and incredibly well plotted. The pacing is absolutely perfect. It just starts strong and builds momentum, making it impossible to put down. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I also read The Maid by Nita Prose. Again, I have already talked about it in my mid-month wrap-up. The Maid is a charming mystery with a refreshingly unique protagonist, Molly, who is a hotel maid, and she sees the world a bit differently. It's cozy, heartfelt, and even though I didn't love it, I enjoyed reading it and gave it a 3.5 stars. Alright, moving on to manga, let's talk about Spy Family Volume 3. If you're wondering if it keeps up the amazing energy of the first two, the answer is a resounding yes. This volume is packed with more of the hilarious misunderstandings, unexpected heartwarming moments, and just enough spy action to keep you on the edge of your seat. And the Forger family continues to be an absolute delight, and you will find yourself even more invested in their quirky dynamic. It's a perfect blend of comedy and genuine emotion, and it definitely leaves you wanting more. I gave it 4 stars and highly recommend picking this one up. Moving on to the 2 children's books I read this month. The first is Mukesh Starts a Zoo by Ruskin Bond. This charming little book follows Mukesh, a young boy with a big heart, who decides to start his very own zoo right at home. Full of gentle humor and simple joys, it perfectly captures the innocence of childhood and the love for animals. If you're looking for a sweet, heartwarming read with that signature Ruskin Bond magic, this one is a pure delight, perfect for young readers and adults alike. Next is The Secret Door and Other Stories by Enid Blyton. This is a light and fun collection of 11 stories, some of which were imaginative and others more grounded. It was good for a quick break. Finally, the 2 Korean books in translation. I talked about both of them in a separate video. I'll share the link in the description box in case you want to check out the reviews. The first is Almond. This powerful story follows Yoonjae, a boy who can't feel emotions due to a brain condition. After a tragic event, he starts to experience the world differently, guided by unexpected connections. It's a beautifully written book that explores what it means to truly feel and connect with others. Absolutely captivating. Next is I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki. This book is a real-life account of the author's conversations with her therapist about her daily struggles with depression and anxiety. It's incredibly brave and insightful, showing the messy reality of mental health. If you have ever felt a mix of intense emotions and everyday desires, this book will truly resonate with you. And then I also read 3 short stories. I talked about them in another video. I rated all of them 4 out of 5 stars. The stories are Lottery by Shirley Jackson, Buried by Jeffrey Deaver, and The Bookstore Sisters by Alice Hoffman. So, those were my thoughts on everything I read in July. It was a really great reading month, and I'm already excited for what August holds. I would love to hear from you. What was your favorite read in July? Or which one from this list do you want to try? Drop a comment, hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy reading. Bye.